I know you like the Mariners. You may have called it. Derek Jeter is here.
I like him too.
David Ortiz, that's fine.
You did.
You did. Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. All right, so even if you guys picked the Mariners, right, which you did today, 2-0, did you expect that? Coming off that emotional series against Detroit, 15 innings on Friday, and they go back home up 2?
I don't think, Kevin, anyone could have predicted this. But here's the bottom line is, and we talked a little bit about it. First of all, when you're a young team, sometimes it's easier to go on the road, less to worry about, a much better park that's more conducive for good hitting. Then on the other side of that, if you're the Toronto Blue Jays, you climb the tallest mountain, which is to beat the Yankees. Then you sit out for 3 days, and you're being celebrated. They're throwing parades. You lose your edge a little bit. I'm not sure what happened, maybe a combination of both.
Hey, you know what? I agree with you. Sometimes you need to go on the road to fix things up, to less worry about things. But you know what? You pick your boy, Polanco.
Yeah.
My goodness, this guy is on fire. I mean, that's the Seattle Mariners that it has been doing that during the regular season. Attack offensively, their pitching has been great. I mean, they had the perfect combo going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, we sit here, we try to predict what's going to happen before a series starts. It shows you how quickly things can change. It was a Seattle offense that looked like it couldn't string anything together in the last series, and a Toronto offense that just absolutely could not be stopped. And now the roles have reversed. I don't think anyone anticipated it being this big of a discrepancy between the two. But if you're Seattle, you're feeling great about yourself going home.
And let me add one thing to that, Cap, because, Kevin, when you're playing and you stare death right in the face, like 9 times, like that 15 innings, all of a sudden you get to the other side of the mountain and you go, hey, wait a minute, boys, and now we go on the road. And, you know, Big Dumper has 10 home runs there and everyone feels good, and you're off to the races. Sometimes you just need to get over that edge to let the monkey come off your bat, and now you can release and play well.
Yeah, anything could happen, but they're certainly feeling good. And on the pregame show, we talked about the supporting cast. Polanco, namely, Derek, you were super high on. I mean, it's amazing, right? How would they pitch to Cal Raleigh? Well, they did pitch around him. And then Polanco, your guy, made him pay. They got all the supporting cast today, and Polanco's been amazing.
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, we needed contributions. They needed contributions from more than just Cal and Julio, and we mentioned Polanco. Polanco continues to do it, but just to take a look at the 3, 4, 5 hitters, the comparison between Seattle and we're going to do Polanco first. All right, we'll do Polanco. Polanco is the guy. He's the guy that, you know, when you get into these series, whether it's a 5-game series or 7-game series, you try to get a couple guys that you can just ride them through the series. You try to get them hot. Now you look at the 3, 4, 5 hitters today. 6 for 14 for the Seattle Mariners with 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. 1 for 10 with no home runs and 1 RBI for the Blue Jays. And the thing is, we've been talking about who's going to help out in the Seattle Mariners offense. Now it's who's going to pick up the slack for the Toronto Blue Jay offense, and we didn't think that was going to happen.
That's a crazy conversation to even think about, right? It's the tide has turned, Papi, big time.
I tell you what, I like those players that they don't make much noise, name-wise, but all of a sudden they come and hurt you. Same thing happened when you playing the Dodgers. You see the big boys quiet, and then the guys at the end of the lineup, they come and do that damage. Every team needs that guy. Polanco has been that guy during the playoff, quietly. You saw what he did up in Seattle. Hit 2 bombs off a school ball. Now he come in to Toronto, hit that bomb right there to make it clear that they had that offense going. I mean, that is perfect for them. It's working perfect for them right now.
And let's not forget, just 2 years ago, 24 months ago, Kevin, this was the worst offense in baseball. Whether it's business or baseball, it's all about people and leadership. And Edgar Martinez, who has a PhD from Harvard in hitting, who I can personally tell you, I learned under him for 7 years. I learned more with Edgar Martinez for 7 years than I did for anyone in my career. And Polanco mentioned him in the pregame in our Fox interview when he said the approach that Edgar Martinez teaches is go up the middle, have a different approach, don't go for the long ball, and it's paying beautiful dividends.
What's amazing is you go back to the offseason, and the Mariners didn't have this crazy spending free agent deal. They signed one guy to a $7 million 1-year contract. That's Polanco, their second baseman. You like that investment?
Wow.
Feels pretty good right about now.
Indeed.
One guy they already had under their umbrella, didn't have to worry about signing him, was their superstar, Julio Rodriguez, who had a big home run. He's with our Ken Rosenthal.
Julio, we'll get to your 3-run homer in a minute. But first, let's talk about Jorge Polanco's 3-run homer. That was a big one. How do you explain what he has been doing this entire postseason?
I mean, very special the way that he's been, coming through for us. in these very important games. And it's just like really special, and like I'm really happy for him that he's able to be on the field, like playing with us, because he's such a great team and such a great hard worker, and the way that he's been playing is unbelievable.
Your home run in the first inning off Savage. Julio, you had never faced him before. How do you prepare to face a pitcher with such an...
And just kind of, trust myself and, doing a little research, why he likes to throw and things like that. But I feel like more than that, just trusting myself that I was going to be able to recognize something and put my barrel on the ball.
All right, you guys are up 2-0. You're going back to Seattle. What do you think it's going to be like at T-Mobile Park Wednesday night?
I mean, I'm expecting the same thing that's been happening through the playoff. A lot of energy, a lot of support from the fans. I know they're excited for us to come back home and play Game 3.
All right, Julio, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
All right,
See you there.
Thank you so much.
Julio, Ken, we appreciate that. Having Julio check in, right, which he didn't at the end of that Tiger series, but he's checked in these first 2 games, that changes their whole lineup.
It changed, and we've been talking about it since before the series started. The question was, are the Blue Jays going to pitch to Raleigh? And we said no. But all of that changes, the narrative changes, the momentum changes when a guy like Julio Rodriguez is doing what he's doing. I've been talking to him the last few nights, and Papi, you know that this is a very smart kid. He had 2 strikes out looking, but I'm okay with that. What's good is he's not expanding, and he's keeping his game nice and tight.
I absolutely agree with you. He is the face of the franchise. And being said, he have to show up, especially in this time, because you don't go to the playoff every year. You have to enjoy this moment, and you need to know that Carl Raleigh, the only way he's gonna see pitches if my boy Julio get hot. Just like Polanco is doing it right now, you got to show up, checked in, and show them that their offense is going so Carl Raleigh can get some pitches to hit.
Yeah, it's the guys in front of the big boys and the guys behind them. That's what forces you to pitch to them. Look, we're talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers last year winning the World Series. Who was the NLCS MVP? Tommy Edman. And they were forced to pitch everyone else because other guys step up. And that's what's happening now with the Seattle Mariners.
Hey, fellas, one common denominator between Cal's early home run yesterday and Julio's today. And we talked about it changing the eye vision, north and south. Well, that was the 4th or 5th split that Julio said. And he said in that interview, I was doing a little bit of homework and trusting myself. Well, if you do the same thing over and over again, it makes a good hitter great and a great hitter elite.
No doubt. Derek, explain me this. We showed the board about, the meat of the order for both teams and the difference with the Mariners obviously coming through. The Blue Jays did not. But how do you explain Blue Jays offense, top of the league in so many categories, who had 50 hits and 34 runs in 4 games against the Yankees, and they have grand total of 4 runs and 8 hits in 2 games against Seattle?
I don't know if you can explain it. It's baseball. It's the reason why baseball is a sport that's played every day. You go through stretches where you look like you cannot hit, and it's contagious. Good hitting's contagious, bad hitting's contagious. Good defense, bad defense. Good pitching, bad pitching. It seems like they've gotten into a little bit of a rut, and they have a long flight to figure it out.
I tell you what, I told you guys yesterday that when I was a player, when I was active, and I was hot, I don't want no day off, Kevin. That will mess me up, at least for a day or 2. I guess that's what they are navigating at now. They had those 3 days off. They were red hot. All of a sudden, they're trying to find the swing. And that's the most uncomfortable situation in this short series.
Even just a couple days, that's enough.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and there's a mental warfare, right? And one of my favorite movies is Rocky IV. Rocky the Russian looked unbeatable, but when Rocky got some first blood, I can't tell you my age, all of a sudden we go, oh my God, he's beatable. And sometimes when you're the heavyweight champion, as the Blue Jays have been acting, and you get hit, you get on your heels, you don't know how to react. I think the day off will be good. I think they'll be much better in T-Mobile in Seattle.
I didn't see the Blue Jay comp to Rocky IV coming. I gotta be honest. That was that was good though. I liked it. I mean, we got Rocky IV, we got Story playing soccer, we got a whole lot of stuff going on the show today.